Welcome to SB Nation. I'm Amy K. Nelson, and I've got New York City basketball legend, two-time NBA champion, Tar Heel for life, NBA analyst on TNT, and then NCAA analyst on every single network you can probably imagine, including CBS.
Wow, I need to slow my roll.
The Chet Smith. No, don't slow your roll. That's why you do so well. So we're just going to talk a little bit of college basketball to start off with. So I'm not going to make you break down every single matchup, obviously, because we'll be here forever and no one wants to do that.
Well, I had the time, but if you don't want to do it, no, I'm just playing.
All right, so I just want to start off with the first two regions, the South and the East. And all I want you to do is just pick, if you could, either a sleeper or an upset from each region.
If you look at VCU, obviously was the sleeper last year. They were in the South region, so you always have to pay attention to them. But I think UNLV also is a team that kind of went back under the radar. They started out on a nice blaze. They had a little bit of controversy on the team throughout the year, and then all of a sudden they're back in the tournament. So UNLV, I would think in the South would be a team to look out for, and UConn being back in that South. So that South region is loaded with very good teams. Not a lot of great teams with the exception of Kentucky, but a bunch of very good teams.
Okay, and what about the East?
Well, in the East, I think if the opening round with Syracuse and UNC Asheville will be more competitive, you think. Because
why?
UNC Asheville has really good guards. The kid Dickey, he's actually an Alabama native. Last year in the tournament, they won a game. And their backcourt really shot the ball well from the outside. And what did Syracuse play? A zone. And I always thought that about Syracuse, too, is like they're the one team that should be much better, even though they only lost 2 games. But they keep teams around because of the zone. The game slows down. And then all of a sudden, teams who aren't really that talented, there's less possession, so they stay closer. So they, instead of beating the team by 35, they wind up beating them by 16. Teams they should be by 16, they want to beat by 8. So I think teams stay around with them.
So let's move on to the Midwest and the West. Let's start off with the West. If you've got to pick a sleeper or an upset, which team are you coming out with?
That Virginia-Florida matchup is going to be interesting. I think the winner of that game is going to win 2 rounds after that. I think those 2 teams have been under the radar, a little bit underrated. Florida's played Kentucky tough both times. Virginia has really good inside play. So I think that's going to be an interesting matchup.
Okay, how about the Midwest?
Well, there's no one else but North Carolina in that region, so there's really nothing else to talk about.
That's it?
That's it. There's only one team in there.
Wait, what school did you go to?
Oh, you just caught that. But there is nothing else to talk about. There are other good teams, and you're going to have fun. Temple and Michigan and all of these teams, they're going to have fun, but when it comes down to it, the Tar Heels will be coming out of the Midwest.
Let's wrap on that one. What was I thinking?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so what about your one player in the tournament to sort of keep an eye on?
Wow. No one's asked me that one. You know what's going to be an interesting matchup? I think the kid McDermott, his name is McDermott, went to Creighton, but he played with Harrison Barnes in high school. So if Creighton wins and Carolina wins, this kid was like the second fiddle to Harrison Barnes.
Right, I think they both went to school in Iowa.
In Iowa,
yeah.
And the dad coaches Creighton now.
Right.
So he's like 4th or 5th in the country in scoring 23 points a game. And, Harrison Barnes is the player of the year in high school basketball. All of a sudden now this kid is, so that'll be an interesting matchup, that Creighton-North Carolina matchup. I hope that develops. Okay,
so quickly, can we do Final Four? Have you already decided on your Final Four?
I have not decided on my Final Four.
Okay.
I do have 2. Carolina's one, and Kentucky's the other.
Okay.
But I need to go back and check out a couple of teams just to make sure that they are who I think they are.
Can you let us know what teams those are?
I'll let you know tomorrow.
That's it.
I'll let you know tomorrow. Yeah, I'll come back. You're going to invite me back.
Is Carolina your pick to win
it?
Yeah,
they're my pick to win it.
No matter what?
Yeah, I think they have everything it takes this year. They have inside play. They have a star player in Harrison Barnes. They have great coaching, obviously, and great tradition. They have great players in the past, great-looking guys who went to the school. But it's just they have a good team. They got a good team.
Well, Kenny, thanks for joining us here in studio. It was awesome. We're going to let you get out of here, but before you leave, tell us exactly what you're doing with Coke Zero.
Well, Coke Zero is enjoying more madness. And what you do is you have an opportunity to win prizes by texting. And you watch in CBS, Turner, March Madness Live. There are going to be words flashed across the screen, and you text as the game's going on. You have your phone with you most of the time anyway.
Right.
So you get the text and you win prizes. You can win trip to the Final Four. You can win home entertainment systems. You can win a plethora of things just by texting and watching television and watching the games.
So all you have to do, most people already have their cell phones with them anyway.
Right.
So all you have to do is pay attention, text, but if you want more information, you can go to the website, enjoymooremadness.com, and all that information about how you can win a trip to New Orleans. Who doesn't want to go to New Orleans? Final Four this year in New Orleans. Or next year Final Four 2013.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome. And also prizes and a whole bunch of other fun stuff, right?
Without question.
Okay, cool. So you can do that. Again, enjoymooremadness.com. Check that out. Check Kenny Smith out on 4 different networks. Is that right?
Just,
I got it right?
If you turn the TV on, I'm there.
He's there. He's always there. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, what's up? This is Kenny the Jet Smith, and subscribe to SB Nation on YouTube.